What is our third main topic today?
This comes to us from Alex Mata. Hey, crew. It's been just over a month since it was reported that Matt Shakman has dropped out of Star Trek IV to work on directing Fantastic Four for Marvel Studios. Well, instead of finding someone new to helm the film, according to Variety, Paramount has removed Star Trek IV from its release calendar. What do you think of this? And were you guys excited for the new installment? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
Thanks for that, Alex. And listen, I'll tell you straight up, I have been very excited for a new installment. I thought the last one they did, what was it called again? Beyond?
Yes.
Was it Star Trek Beyond? I thought that was the best one yet. That's the one Simon Pegg actually wrote the script for. I thought that was the best one they did. And unfortunately, because of the mixed reception of Into Darkness, it ended up being the lowest box office one. Not a lot of people wanted to come back to watch the next one. But I thought the third one was the best of the bunch. And I love this crew. I love Carl Urban in it. I love Zachary Quinto. I love Chris Pine in it. Zoe Saldana. It's a great cast. And I've been excited. And I got very excited when we heard that WandaVision director Matt Shakman was going to be doing it. Of course, he has moved on to greener pastures with Fantastic Four, and it has left them in a bit of a spot to the point that it has been pulled off the release schedule. This comes to us from the folks over at Variety who wrote the following. Paramount Studios has removed its untitled Star Trek sequel from its upcoming film slate. The project, produced by J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot, had been dated to hit theaters on December 22nd, 2023, so just a little over a year from now. The rather inevitable news comes roughly 1 month after director Matt Shakman exited the Star Trek film, which was nominally set to be the fourth cinematic tour of duty for Chris Pine as Kirk, Zachary Quinto as Spock, Zoe Saldana as Uhura, and Carl Urban as Bones, John Cho as Sulu, and Simon Pegg as Scotty. Shakman was successfully courted by Marvel to helm its Fantastic Four reboot, reuniting the WandaVision director with the studio after Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts left that film in April. All right, couple of things here. Is it good news if you're looking forward to the Star Trek project that has been pulled from the release schedule? No, it's not good news. But is this surprising? And does this mean that the project is dead? No on both counts. Again, this movie was scheduled to come out in theaters next December. We're talking like 13 months from now, or 14 months from now, whatever. Soon. This movie needed to go into production fairly quickly, and they lost their director. And instead of just grabbing whoever they could to throw into the director's seat, they're taking a little bit of time to get that ready, and the release date isn't as important as making sure you get the right director. So I'm not surprised to hear that they had to pull this thing. Barring that they had their number 2 choice to direct this movie lined up and ready to go the moment Matt left it, there was no way this movie was going to be able to keep its December 2023 release date. Like, absolutely no way. Do I think this movie will still happen? Yes. Paramount, while Rob may have some mixed feelings and other people may have some mixed feelings about Star Trek on Paramount Plus right now, I'm generally a fan of what they're doing. They do. I thought Strange New Worlds was fantastic, but they are having a lot of success with it. So I think they do want to get back on the big screen sooner rather than later. So I think this movie will happen. I don't think this means the film is canceled by any stretch of the imagination. I think probably by February or March, we're going to hear about a new director being brought on board for it, and they'll reschedule the damn thing. But again, shouldn't be surprised it's not happening. Chris, you hear about this. They pulled, obviously not good news, but what's your takeaway from it?
As much as I enjoyed the last Star Trek, it didn't do well.
It was made under 400 million worldwide.
Exactly. It made 338 and it had a budget of 180 million. So that's not a great return on your investment there. So with all of the problems it had, half the cast didn't even know they were part of this film for a moment. We've had issues with getting everything locked in. The movie came out, almost 7 years ago? I think this is maybe we let this one go. And I say that as somebody who really enjoyed this franchise so far. I've really had fun with it. And I really enjoyed Simon Pegg's writing. I adore this guy. I reference Hot Fuzz on this show at least once a week. But I think it's not in the cards for this movie. And I think we need to just kind of do a little reset here. I love Star Trek as it is. Sorry, Rob. Sorry, wherever you are. I know you're probably high-fiving a million angels. But I think we just let this go now.
So you don't think this movie's going to happen at all at this point?
I don't.
All right, Aaron, you hear about this. Do you think that the loss of the one director is going to kill the whole movie?
I look at directors the way that I look at contractors. If the one that you really want and are planning on using falls out, you really don't want to just go for who's the next available, because you're going to end up losing a lot of money, and you're probably going to have to do a lot of rebuilding / reshoots. And so I actually applaud the fact that they didn't just go, okay, well, who's just hanging around doing nothing? Because if you, as a director, are like, as a contractor, just hanging around doing nothing, it probably means that you shouldn't be, rebuilding a $10 million home or a $100-and-something million movie in this case. So I will have to respectfully disagree with my stunningly beautiful and intelligent colleague over here and say I do think that this is going to happen. I think that they got those actors as soon as, was it Matt that actually made the little slip up and said, oh yeah, we've got all these actors back, and they were like, really? I guess that means that my lawyer gets to do my contract. I have a feeling that now that they are all on the IMDb page, they probably have signed a contract at this point saying, sure, we're up for that. And it's really going to be about finding the right director at the right time. And they probably, knowing that this news is being announced, they wanted to let the dust settle on this and then be able to make a new announcement and say, we have this director that we've, properly worked through all the creative with, and that they're going to have their own vision that is in line with what we were originally planning on doing, but they're going to have their own twist on it, different from what probably Matt Shakman was going to do. And they're going to make a whole new push at that. Obviously, it's going to be pushed because in it, yes, you can have the film made and have it released by December, but not the kind of film that we're talking about that's going to require so much post-production and CGI, et cetera. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this as potentially being a summer 2024 film with a new director in charge.
Yeah, I agree. I think this thing is still going to come. But anyway, question is for you guys. What do you think about this? Obviously, without a director right now, they ain't going to make December 2023. But do you think that could be a larger, more ominous thing that maybe the film doesn't happen at all? I think it will. Chris doesn't. What do you guys think? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts that a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. And the John Campea Show viewers and listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off using the code CAMPEA at trueclassic.com. Look, you and I both know that almost all of men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs. But let's be honest, that's not most of us. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt that you can always confidently throw on. Like most of you guys, ever since college, I have always struggled to find proper fitting t-shirts that are comfortable. Well, True Classic, from the moment I put on the shirt they sent me, solves it. And True Classic doesn't just stop at tees. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code CAMPEA. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day refund policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.